with Christian Bale, yeah, he was bigger, but in the Batman, like Ben Affleck arc, it made me believe this nigga can bench 315.
Yes!
He can squat 600, because they did something that no other Batman has done in acting. They made a montage of him getting ready in tone. That he is always working out, and he's like, if you niggas think that you could push me, I get it. The bulletproof was actually a cool touch. The fact that literally you shoot a dude and he's walking up to you while you empty a whole mag on him, that shit's intimidating. I'm not even gonna lie. But I get you, right? They're thugs. These are niggas that don't know. These thugs probably slap box, and that's all the fighting they know how to do, right?
Can I raise my hand really quick in the classroom and then you can finish?
Yeah,
I
go
just
ahead.
have to put the stats out there so we could get this shit to the bottom. All right. In 2016, there was an argument online and the comic book buffs. Hold on, no, look, let me get the stats. And the comic book buffs put it out there. It was Captain America versus Batman. And you know, the regular human person who's the strongest. Batman bench presses between 800 and 1,000 pounds. He military presses 500 to 600 pounds. He curls, that means one arm at a time. I know y'all know what curls are. I'm just saying, one arm at a time, 300 to 350. Again, he curls 300 to 350 in each arm. For a mere mortal,
That's
is
OD.
unbelievable. Bruce Wayne's lung capacity is so great that he can hold his breath underwater for 4 minutes.
Correlating this to the maximum Batman when this is year 2
Nigga.
Batman.
Right.
He hasn't even fought Bane. We
Actually,
don't even see the
technically,
Joker.
there was a pre-comic where he fought Bane.
He hasn't gone through anything.
Ian.
Yo,
Bane,
nah, bro.
Ian, wait, let me say this.
Listen, Ian, let him speak, Ian, because I'm gonna get.
Because to be fair, right? I know what you're saying, and I hear you. But you think about the Batman universe movie shit. Bane did not break Batman's back the first time they fought. Batman,
nigga, he
Bane
didn't see him.
times.
He hasn't saw him. Batman hasn't prepared for any of the villains that he knows.
And he doesn't need to because he's already prepared. That's what I'm saying, nigga.
That's not true. That's not true. That is absolutely not true.
The first time Batman ever fought Bane,
We starting off with a
he
bang.
defeated Bane.
Bro.
He defeated Bane, nigga. Go! Don't make me look up the actual writer who wrote the shit. There's multiple
And
comments.
after he fought Bane, he
didn't get his
maximized his
Robin
training.
was alive. That was after Bane broke his back, he went through maximum Batman and went through the bath pool with Ra's al Ghul. That's what happened. Robin was already a thing. Batgirl was already a thing. Nightwing was already a thing, nigga. He had a fucking jet in the air at that time. Like, let's be for real, nigga.
Did he not get defeated by Scarecrow? Did he not get defeated by... Yo, he got defeated by everybody before he beat everybody. What are you talking about? That is the point of Batman.
True. That's not true.
Who's he just beat off the rip? He even got beat by the Riddler in the movie before he figured out that he... Yo, I can't with you, bro.
He got stumped by the Riddler. He didn't get beat by the Riddler.
Darius is very particular.
My nigga, he destroyed Gotham. He destroyed Gotham.
Yo, we gonna get there, Ian. We gonna get there. Hold on.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Alright, yo, Mickey, what else you got to say?
Son, nigga, Arkham is a fucking thing. Arkham is a fucking thing. Yo, nigga, stop, cause you're just hating, bro. You're just hating, bro.
I'm not hating. I'm being real with you, nigga. And you act like I never said I hate Batman. I like Batman, nigga.
Nigga. No, not this movie.
When Bane broke his back, he was already a thing. He was already fucking people up. Batman was already Robin. He was already that nigga.
We in it.
Look. This is Darius, I hear you, but this is also a different universe. We have to accept what this universe's Batman is, man.
This nigga is the only hero and the hero of heroism that he fucking beats people
My
up,
nigga, he sacrificed himself and almost killed himself in the fucking movie. What are you talking about?
Batman's the only nigga that beat people up.
Yo, I
captured these
can't.
niggas, and then let them free. And then he fight him for the 10th, 1100th time. He let niggas get a strategy on him. Because he feel like he can't be beaten, nigga. He don't just get beat the first time he beat these niggas. That's how they wind up in jail. What are you talking about?
So
this guy's crazy.
All right, so where were you, Vicky? So you saw last thing we talked about was the car.
Yeah, right. So I was talking about the
sorry.
car, then, but no, it's fine. I love it.
Look, it's a passionate
me and
topic.
Darius.
So what I was saying before, right? The car was good. I actually liked Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. It gave a little more sauce to the film, because if it was just all Batman and how Robert Pattinson was, I would have just felt it was kind of boring, because I get it. This Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne is year 2, so he's like a spoiled brat in a sense. Like, you know, he's still like, he doesn't know vengeance and justice. But he understands what's right and what's wrong. And you know, the one scene that I did like, right, was definitely how the Riddler went about. I didn't even know what the Riddler was gonna do. I was like, yo, I don't even know what these riddles. I don't even know how he solves them. I don't even know what the next word is. If that dude put that collar on my neck, I would have been like, yo, just blow it up right now. Cause I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Like, I have no idea, right? And how the way the Riddler got away with things and how he's doing it, it gave me more appreciation, because I was like, yo, this man really could have just ended people if he wanted to. He's just really he just loves the chase, right? And to add to what you were saying too about like the Arkham situation, because I like that they brought that up in the movie, like the difference between the Wayne family and the Arkhams, because that's never been brought up in most media of Batman, like anime. And where I think the film probably might be going in a sequel is, I think it might really do what it's gonna say, what somebody else said earlier. They might make an iteration of how like Batman Arkham Origins was, or Arkham Asylum, in that film, because again, they're starting to build up the jail, right? They're starting to build up the Joker, right? But it would be a kind of, because again, you can't top the Dark Knight Rises Joker. Like, who's the actor that plays him again?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, right? No one can top that. Keith, I'm sorry, right?
No.
And
I know. No,
I'm sorry, Keith. I'm sorry for ruining the legacy, right? Like, Keith. Am I saying it right?
Look. Let's just move past this. Come on, people gotta go.
Move past it. So, I did like that they made the Riddler win in some aspect. A villain needs a W to go ahead and bring tension into a story. And the one thing that they did make a good tension of is that with the police officers, I was dying every time I saw them on screen. They were like, get a load of this bad guy. It was like a comic book, like almost how acting wise it was. And they definitely knocked it on the head. Like, Martinez, what you doing right now? I'm not letting this bat freak in. Martinez, that's an order. All right, go ahead. Or it'll be situations where like you see him fighting with the cops, but you also, mind you, that was one of like a loophole, right? I was like, yo, this man just snuffed Gordon, and y'all just friends now? Like, the man ran away from all the cops. Like, this man assaulted an officer, and y'all just ignore it. Okay, y'all have beef with him. Now y'all cool. All right, no problem. What else? All right, let me end this off because I can't think of anything else. The conflict was there. The atmosphere was there. I didn't really like Robert Pattinson's Batman, only because it just, mind you, I'm so used to what a standard is. But I know the animation and the inspiration of year 1 Batman, he was definitely like not knowing what to do. In the animation, he literally went to the hood, tried to fuck some people up, and almost got killed that same night. In like the comic animation version, right? And how the way sometimes Batman would sneak into areas without the bat suit, and he had this fucking huge ass North Face trying to like go ahead and carry the suit in the backpack and then take it out. That, you know, I was kind of like, man, like, if you was Batman, it don't matter. Just, you should have the suit on, period, the whole time. Why you taking it off? Like, you supposed to be vengeance. You supposed to be the knight in the, like, just like how you snuck in the dark in the beginning, a club should be no problem. And I think it showed a great example of how a beginner Batman is. Like, if anybody was Batman with the tech that he had too, he started off how typical it's supposed to start off. And then I'm just gonna end off with Alfred. Alfred, how the way he was just in there, just felt like he was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was there were some parts where like he added it, but I felt like he just walked in there and he was just like, "What you doing, Master Wayne?"
Yeah, he was more Batman than Batman. I agree. Yeah, that's Claw.
Yeah, that's
That's
Claw.
Claw, nigga.
That's Claw.
He's like, "Master Wayne,
That's Claw.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
Maybe you
word. That's
should
who he was.
go."
He was Claw. He wasn't Alfred.
Ian, this is Ian, bro.
Nah, we gotta go. Wait, hold up.
I
Nah,
don't.
wait.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Wait.
I'm just
Yeah.
apologizing. I don't want to be yelling at you, but you
We
gotta
good.
understand.
Nigga, we
I'm
good,
just
Nah,
saying,
bro.
bro. Like,
listen.
We good, bro.
There's both
We good,
sides.
nigga.
Both sides.
Nigga, we
But
good, bro.
that's
Nigga,
my opinion. I
chest
thought it was an
bump.
okay
Right.
film. I don't think it was spectacular,
Right.
but
I want
it could have been
yeah.
better.
What do
But
you,
go
yeah,
ahead,
I
G.
hear you. No, I want Matt to go because I want to go last.
Okay.
yo,
Um,
wait.
you sure?
And to be fair, yeah, y'all niggas can go. I'm just saying, like, when I was saying that shit about Bane and all that shit, and before he fought Bane, that was like 100 issues where they talked about even how strong he was, and he fought Solomon Grundy before he fought Bane, and he picked that nigga up with one hand. Like, Batman is not a regular person. He's a
Right.
peak human. It's described like that. He's been a peak
Yeah.
human
Yeah.
that breaks the limits every night. He finds a way to push his body to do more than what a person can do. That's why even Superman and all the other heroes who actually have powers be like, how the fuck does this man do it?
And
Right.
all I have to say is, in some iterations, just like there's some renditions that you've seen, Batman has lost to some foes and then found a means to an end, like Clayface, like Scarecrow, like Ra's al Ghul, like a bunch of people.
Yeah, he
There's
did lose the
tons.
Clayface. I remember that.
What fair, and that's my
Yeah.
nobody's
That's a good
disputing that. What
analogy.
I'm saying is, Batman doesn't always have a leg up on people. He has a good leg up to survive it, but
But
it's
Batman always
they
has a big back. And I'm gonna
they
stop
oh
right
but
there.
that's but they said that even about like Batman versus a lot of people. If Batman has the ability to survive after that fight, you are done because he figured it out.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can't leave him. You're supposed to kill him,
In
which
my
is
mind,
why
that's how he would be Iron Man. Iron Man would try to kill him. Batman get away. Batman kill Iron Man. Oh wait, no, he
Nigga,
wouldn't. He would beat him up.
How did you win?
he
First
finds
of
a
all,
way to
Mud,
shut
Batman
down
has
that
an
son.
suit.
Batman has it exactly in his bat belt, with all the thousands of compartments. Yeah, that thing that he uses often, not in movies though. He would have pulled out a little thing, right? He would have pressed the button, and Iron Man's suit would have disabled right off his body, and he would have fell out the air. Like every piece would have just fell
Or
off, nigga.
paralyzed him
Do do do
in the
do do
suit
do do
Yeah,
do.
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, or
like Rhodey.
paralyzed him in the suit.
Yo,
Yeah.
actually, I want to say something about that too, really quick. So I remember somebody told me this. You remember the fight with in the the Civil War with Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Iron Man? Somebody told me, or I saw a video where like if you notice in the fight, he hits his helmet off before he turns off his reactor because he can suffocate in there before he did it.
Hmm.
Wow.
I didn't think about that. I was like, oh shit, that makes
That's
sense.
fucking crazy, right? Because that shit it gotta be airtight because of, right? See, and this is the genius about motherfuckers who like are resilient. I love characters like that because Tony Stark didn't figure that out until after he went out of space, right?
Yes,
Or got
sir.
Hmm.
close to the space, or
Hmm.
got close to space. So he had to make his suits airtight or like whatever you want to call vacuum tight, whatever seal it is that you can get in space, right? Like that
Hmm.
kind of tight. So yeah,
So
like
when you say
yeah,
that though,
That's pretty
right?
crazy.
that's
Yeah.
crazy that Marvel has like little details like shit like that.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane, bro.
So I can
You
see
miss
him
shit
They
like
doing
that.
done
that
that
and
since.
press a button, and this man falls through the sky, and he can't even breathe, and he's just like, "Oh
Yeah,
shit,"
that's the
because
type of
that
shit Batman do.
Hmm.
All right,
Okay.
Yeah, Drew.
So
Wait,
please,
was
because
Batman gonna start
I have
or?
some points. I have some
right,
points
right.
I
All
need
right,
to get
yeah.
at
So let me go
for
through it so that way
everybody, man.
we can just make it an open table. Um all right. So before we start the movie, I have to say like some expectations that I have from Batman going in. So first of all, you know I love movies. I always kind of try to let the director tell me like their story, and like I put aside a long time ago that it's just not going to be the comics. It's not going to be the
Right.
animated series. Like it's just it is what it is. Um but there's two like Bible like laws that I live by for Batman. And they actually came in. If anybody used to watch, not watch, but listen to the Fat Man on Batman podcast before he started doing the YouTube videos, Kevin Smith interviewed Paul Dini, who wrote the animated series, and he interviewed Grant Morrison, who did various Batman comics. So they each said one thing that always sticks to me about Batman and kind of always what how it has to be. So Paul Dini, I'm gonna paraphrase, but the main point I'll get across. So he said that Batman is about like XYZ, and at the end he goes and a little bit of luck, which is true. Batman has to get lucky in some of these scenarios. And then two, Grant Morrison says he said like there's something about a Batman story that the longer it gets on, it just grows more and more to become more operatic. And if you know anything about operas, operas are long as fuck. They're like I don't even know 5 hours, some crazy shit.
Hmm.
And they're like very more like kind of gothic kind of stories, those types. So I always go into Batman with those mindsets. Before I saw this movie, I looked at the rating. It said 85 on Rotten Tomatoes. And by the time I finished the movie, I agreed that it was 85 was a fair assessment. So I already said my three problems with the movie. It was definitely too long. You could have cut stuff out. Um, there was, what is it? Too much lore. Like a Batman fan like me loves the mafia lore and stuff like that, but like a regular person is gonna see it and be like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then Batman is getting his ass kicked a lot in this movie. And so when I saw it, even in spite of all those things, everything that I said, actually, it did make me appreciate the Nolan movies more, because even if those are flawed and not Batman all the time, Nolan knows how to tell a story. So it took Matt Reeves 3 hours to tell his story. Nolan could have figured out a way to tell the same story in 2 hours. He just knows how to put the story together like that. Um, but having said that, and all my gripes and everything and how I felt after the movie, the first time I saw it, because I saw it two times after that, twice in theater, and then once at home, um, I feel like it's the best Batman movie only because it's the most plausible Batman movie. And I'll tell you why. Um, so there's also some things that I like. So in the beginning, the way it starts, it's an opening narration. The narration took me back to reading a comic. Like anytime you read a Batman comic, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be an opening monologue by Batman. So in the movie, I felt like I was starting to like read a comic. Like I was like I was kind of getting immersed in that way. The city felt like Gotham, like best Gotham that we've had on film. They got to get that subway up to code with the rain. I'll agree, but yes, yes, thought the city was fantastic. Um, I mean, listen, I would have loved the Riddler in a top hat with his cane. This is the Riddler we got.
That's
Um,
the Batman.
at least he did some riddles.
Oh man.
Uh, and you know, I don't want to knock him too much, like Ian, like with his whole orphan plot. Sometimes I did think like, damn, he took that way serious. But
Way too serious.
at the same time though, like he's mentally dysfunctional. so he would take it serious. I think that's also the point of the movie.
That's part of
That's why
who
he
he is.
has the followers online who are also mentally unstable who do that thing. Um, so let's say I'll save the Riddler for a little bit of it in a second because I kind of want to walk through just some of the beginning stuff in the movie. So Alfred, I'm kind of in the same boat with y'all. I don't think he was awful, but I think he was there. But it's not his fault. Like in the Batman Year One comic, the Alfred in that comic looks like Andy Serkis and does have a cane. So I think that's what they were going for casting wise. And then the I didn't like that. I think Michael Caine is a hard standard to live up to when it comes to Alfred. So I think he had that against him. And then I also think that his relationship with Bruce wasn't meant to be like a parental figure like we've seen in other Alfreds. They went for this like, Batman's kind of short with everybody. Like and even Alfred. And I don't know, it didn't rub me the right way at first. But I did. The more I saw it, the more I saw it, the more I liked it. I mean, yeah, they like the first time I had gripes, but the second and third time knowing what I didn't like from the first time, it kind of made seeing it better. Um, I like Commissioner Gordon. I mean, you guys didn't see Boardwalk Empire, but like in Boardwalk Empire,
Commissioner Gordon was one of the highlights.
Right. Jeffrey Wright is a fantastic actor. He's Basquiat, but in my favorite role is when he's in Boardwalk Empire. He plays this guy called Dr. Narcisse, and he's actually a villain in the show. But once he was cast, I knew it was going to be great because he's just a phenomenal actor. So Commissioner Gordon was good. Penguin. I mean, like Penguin, Commissioner Gordon, kind of the solid roles. Falcone. Falcone was also great too.
Gold.
John Turturro's he's a class actor too.
I like Falcone. I watched like I said, I watched Severance, and he's a good actor. And in Severance, he plays like, well, I think he's gay in his job. I don't know if he's gay in his regular life because they split their life. Yeah, so
I mean that's acting.
This guy that works. Yeah, it's acting. Yeah, so like, but he's a good act. Like, it's not like some super gay shit going on in the show. But he plays a guy who works in the job, but then you find out more about him later on in the season, closer to the finale. But his acting is so his drama acting and how he played that role, it's good. It's not like, that's what I mean. It's not something you watch and it makes you uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Right. It ain't like Queer Eye for the straight guy, and you're like, I'm not interested. No, nigga, it's like, nah. It's a really good. He's a really good actor. That's why I mentioned that earlier. Like, Falcone was believable. There was, like y'all said, Penguin was good too. There were people that were good in the movie, but there were people that shouldn't have been in the movie.
I don't want to say. I think. Look, first of all, I think the acting was good across the board, but I just think certain roles could have been casted better. But I don't think that the actors did a bad job. The only one I actually really didn't like is the Joker. That's the only one I actually didn't like. But I'll get into that in a second. I liked Selena. So you have to understand. So after the movie, I had a coworker drive me home, and like seeing Selena Kyle in the movie made me think this way about the coworker. Like it was just. I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer is a standard. Like, it's gonna be hard to beat that for me for Catwoman forever. But I think Zoe Kravitz did a good job. I think she had the walk down. She walked very sensually, and it was, and it hid her femme fatale good. I mean, the stuff with her and Falcone being her father, I was like, all right, whatever. Like, apparently that's a thing in the comics. I thought it was a weird, to be honest, in the movie because he kind of hits on her, but that's, whatever. They told the story. And then, but I didn't really have too much of an issue. I actually really liked her in the movie. I liked her opposite Robert Pattinson. I thought they had good chemistry because it was a lot of angst. It was a lot of, if we didn't have these masks, we could probably move on each other. I mean, clearly she was more into it, but he's so damaged that he has to stay true to his mission. Um, I I like Paul Dano as a Riddler, even though some of the stuff he did was weird.
Yeah,
Um,
no, he's
they
great.
went for a Seven type of like tone. Like that's the inspiration of the movie. Is like it's supposed to be Seven, but it's just Batman. Um, and
Oh, that
so that's
makes more
what,
sense.
yeah. Um,
And the followers
I agree with
then.
that.
right. What I like, at least about, I mean, I already mentioned he does the riddles, but the more I had to watch it another time to really realize this, but his plan to actually get caught is genius. I didn't like it
Right.
in the first time I saw it because I was like, man, Batman didn't even catch him. I actually needed the ending of the movie because I needed to see Batman kick some ass finally because he was getting his ass kicked a lot, and I didn't like that the Riddler gave himself up. But from the Riddler standpoint, I like that he gave himself up because if you think about it, Arkham is an island that is separate from Gotham, and he says it when he says to Batman, he's like, I did this. So one his whole goal is to become friends with Batman. Is as That's his personal goal on top of his goals of getting rid of corruption in the city. So his whole goal is to become friends with Batman, and he went through this whole elaborate plan just to do that, just to bring Batman to Arkham Island because he says it to Batman. He's like, we would be safe here. And when you think about it, it's genius because Arkham is on an island that is separate from Gotham. If his plan is to blow up the seawall and flood the city, Arkham would be safe. And he wants his buddy to be safe too, which is why he got Batman to see him at Arkham. So from that standpoint, I was like, "Oh, that's actually pretty neat." That's that like in the first time I didn't catch that. Um, and I mean, I think he just Paul Dano was very good at playing like a crazy character. So I thought that was good casting there. And then for Robert Pattinson, I knew he could act from the movie Good Time. I was just concerned about if he would look like Bruce Wayne, if he would act like Bruce Wayne. He's not the Bat God that I want to see on film. I one day maybe I'll get the Bat God, but we'll see. But he's did a solid job for this movie. For this universe, he's believable. Uh, and he at least had a presence when he was in the suit. And they made him seem like he could fight. I do wish he did fuck up more people than he got fucked up, but he, at least held his own in some tough scenarios. Uh, I did the glider suit. I mean, it was, why couldn't his cape just have him fly? Like they try. It's like they made it believable, but like at the same time, like if he flew off that roof and his cape had him fly, nobody would have said nothing. Nobody asked for the glider suit. We would have been cool if his cape had him fly. Um, but the song Nirvana, Something in the Way, clearly a metaphor for the movie. Batman to a T. If something is always in the way for Batman, he's getting in his own way from his own happiness because he has this mission, because he doesn't want anybody to experience what he experienced. He's trying to atone for the fact that he couldn't stop his parents from dying. Uh, this is kind of why I thought the song was best. I'm also a Nirvana fan. I'm guilty, so I wasn't against the song being in the movie. Actually, Mickey, when he actually rides around in the motorcycle with the song playing, it made
Oh
me
yeah.
think a lot of like cyberpunk and actually running around in the cyberpunk world, and like
Hmm.
basically, essentially, you're like Batman in cyberpunk. At least this version of
Hmm.
Batman. Uh,
I can see the comparison.
yeah. Uh, I I had a stuff that I didn't like, but I had it for me. It checked the boxes for a Batman movie. and that was good enough for me. And then the more I see it, the more you accept what the flaws are, the better the movie gets, because in the universe it's actually very well done. Something I don't like though at all, and kind of will never like, is just why didn't they unmask him when the bomb blew off?
Wait, say that again?
Why didn't they unmask him when the bomb blew off? When like they bring him upstairs, they bring him to the police department, they put him on a table, and then they go, hey, we should unmask him.
That was some plot holes too that I was saying.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
like,
just little things.
All the time. And then that one person said, I'm going to unmask him, Martinez.
Right. There's little things like that do make you scratch your head, and it's just hard to overlook. But overall, like, for the tone of a Batman film, they had that down pat. And I feel that's what makes it the best Batman movie, even if it's not my personal favorite Batman movie. Actually, but the more I see it, the more I think it might become my favorite, because there's just some stuff that it does very well. I love the end. If you look online, a lot of people don't like the end. I love the end. I needed to see Batman kick some ass at last. He finally did. He fucking used smoke. That made me think of you, Darius, in the middle of the movie. I was like, okay, thank God he used some smoke. And then, what is it? And then he becomes a hero. He's not a figure, like a scary figure anymore. He becomes a hero by saving the people. Like, if you notice, like, he goes to save the mayor, and she doesn't want to take his hand, but the kid of the former mayor who lost his dad is the first one to take his hand, and then, like, he leads him through the water, and then he becomes a figure of like rebuilding, like, through like the Katrina imagery. Like, yeah, he was Gotham's savior. And that's what I like, because a lot of people forget that Batman is a hero at the end of the day, and those things, those are boxes that I just needed checked, and that's why I like the movie.
Didn't want to let him go, and
yeah, that was powerful imagery. Directing wise, it was phenomenal. Like, every scene could be a canvas.
yeah,
But
that's a fact.
I mean, the mayor.
Yeah,
the mayor got shot.
Nah, she got shot in the arm.
Was it the arm or the side? She got shot. She got shot in like the belly.
She got shot in the arm. Like, she got hit with 2, I think. But she did get hit. She got hit on the arm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just chalk it up to adrenaline. Just chalk it up to adrenaline. And actually, the adrenaline he used, I heard, was actually in a pre-comic where he fought Bane. So he fought Bane in a pre-comic, took Bane's venom, and that's where he got the adrenaline in the movie. That's what I heard.
I totally forgot about that.
That's what I heard. I mean, I didn't need to know that it was from Bane. I thought it was genius, the idea that Batman would have an adrenaline on hand, because something like that would push him past if his body was breaking. Although it does conflict with Batman's kind of whole idea to be natural. So, I mean, you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, listen, I saw the movie 3 times. I love the film. But I would get any criticism Darius would have, or you Matt, all those are fair. I think it got to Batman as his core. I mean, they also didn't have to kill, which is a good job. And I think they had a better job of showing that he does, because there's some stuff in the Christian Bale movie where he doesn't kill, but you definitely feel like that person should have been dead. And then in this Batman movie, he didn't have to do a lot of that. He definitely was a better detective. He was the detective out his wazoo in this one. And then, I mean, why didn't that work?
I mean, Go ahead, Drew. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I was just gonna say that that's another thing. I think they did a good job of setting up for the future. Like, because when it ends, you just feel like you want to watch more of the same Batman. Kind of like a similar, like, with the Spider-Man. Like, the way it ends is like, you feel like, this is a building off point for everything.
Definitely don't feel that way with Spider-Man.
You don't think that he can go into new stories after the Spider-Man movie?
This current Spider-Man?
Yeah. No? You don't think he can finally become his own man?
No, nigga,
Now,
he can't even lead his own movie. Don't ask me that shit.
Alright.
Yo,
Well, that's how I felt. That's what I felt. Look, I was like, he's going in his dorm room. Spider-Man's finally broke. We could have these stories.
Even Thor, like I pop my shit about Thor, but at least he lead his own movies. Even if niggas like Loki he got a TV show.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Alright, so that's fine. Listen, we don't wanna open this Spider-Man can right now. It's about Batman. I think it's just more of a preference right now. Just if you feel it's this way, that way.
Matt,
the movie's
like
good overall.
I'm rolling up. Give me like 10 minutes.
Alright.
Yeah, man, I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, we're gonna get everybody's opinion. Right. Yeah, I mean, so right now, just if there's any points to bring up, I just bring them up,
I got a few.
Okay, so we gotta let you roll. We gotta let you get in the zone.
Nah, cause I know Ian like becoming
Ian
the
he done wrote on his notepad. He coming for me, so I've been on mute. I'm like, I can't talk. I don't want to say. I don't want to record somebody. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, first I want to say sorry. You're not a hater.
Nah, we good. Like you said, we
yeah,
good,
chest bump. Alright, that's one.
Damn, who dumping a body in the dumpster?
I'm putting stuff in the fridge.
Damn, you throwing that shit in that bitch?
Yeah. I'm opening drawers and throwing stuff in there. Yeah.
Yo, alright. So, to answer Matt's question first, definitely, what I want to see in the second one is some tech. I want to see some tech, and I'm good with everything they got.
Hang on, guys. I'm gonna go to my car real quick.
If it's more action based, I'm good with it. But if it's around the same tone, I'm also okay with it. Cause I don't need it to be too grandiose, so I don't need it to be anything. Just keep me. I don't want to be wild anymore. I just want a good movie. But now the points. So Batman's cape. Darius, yes, that cape wasn't the cape that we know. I don't know. I think it was flame-proof, but I don't think it was, the bulletproof cape that we know. It definitely wasn't, right? But the suit definitely was the most bulletproof suit I ever seen. Batman, this was the most bulletproof suit I've ever seen. This nigga was bing, 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 bing. I was like, whoa. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Nigga, wait. Remember too? Remember he grappled up the shit, and everybody was shooting him at his feet. And all
nigga,
the police,
they shot him in the chest.
The police put the public in danger.
Yes. Yo, the most irresponsible cops.
Yo, he didn't even get shot.
He didn't get shit. Yo, all right, go ahead. Go.
Hold on, wait. Can I also say, somebody said something about like firing. Like when people are trained to use guns, they're actually taught to go for mass. It's a bit of a cop out, but it's something that helps it believable. They go for mass. They go for the suit first rather than shooting for the head. Okay, fine. Like that's why he never gets shot in the face.
Well, they didn't shoot him in the face. They didn't shoot him in the face. They didn't shoot him in the face because the bottom half of Batman's mask is white. So
look, they needed a yellow symbol. Yellow draws the eye. That's why Batman has a yellow symbol. But let's keep going.
No, yeah, because if it was a black man in that mask, we all know.
Oh wait, I didn't get to say this part. I'm sorry. The Batarang was so cheesy too.
Wait. Oh yeah, let it go.
Go. Ian.
Yeah.
Go.
So
Go.
so that's
Go.
that's one of the points. That's one of the points I wanted to get to because we was talking about use of gadgets. Fair. He didn't use every gadget in the movie, but if you go down the list of things that he used in this movie, right? He used before I knew it was a chest plate, right? He was using that motherfucking batarang for a lot of things in this movie, and that was one of the gadgets that he used. And granted, this is year two Raw Batman, so there's no Lucius Fox, right? I'm not sure where he gets his tech from, but there's no Lucius Fox. There's no him and Alfred. I don't know what their relationship is. Clearly, there's something going on between them. Anyway, that's why it was a little weird. So that's that. Um, the story between Catwoman, okay, we granted the motorcycle thing was weird, but they needed to draw some correlation because I guess if we see them later in the future, maybe, I guess
Niggas fell in
we got
love in
some
2 days,
backstory.
bro.
Yeah, but
What?
that's Catwoman and Batman. But
That's
one
also
thing I
true.
don't, they didn't. She wasn't too much of a crook. I wanted to see her steal more shit. Um,
Yeah.
She didn't steal anything, by the way. Just to let you know.
yeah, she just got back her shit. All right. We
She
when we
she
got
never
into our
took.
little
She never
spat,
got the money.
when we got into our little yelling match, it was well, I already said that he sacrificed himself and saved himself for the people, which was it took Batman all of three movies from Christian Nolan. Even though I won't agree with you, Drew, about this being the best this this probably is the best Batman movie, but I can't say this is my favorite. I can't say this is my favorite one.
That's how
What
I
I
Oh,
will
felt.
y'all killing
Yeah.
me. Yo,
what
y'all turning the bat ring in my heart right now.
all
Y'all
right.
killing me, nigga.
Look,
Oh
look,
my god.
look, look. We was
Oh,
given a lot of we was given a lot of shit. All right, right. We was given a lot of shit. All right. To Mickey, he used the shadows, right? He used the shadows as a means to get around. So that kind of was like the ninja aspect, right? He made people fear the dark, right? He highlighted that in the first fucking minute of the movie. Like niggas was remember it was like three separate occasions people just looked in the shadows and was like, yo, you think Batman gonna come
mm-hmm.
out? Right?
Nah,
Like
nah. That
Mhm.
no, 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 no. Like the settings, the scenery, everything was right. Even me and Chase liked how they wrote that part of the movie. The
right.
problem, like what Drew said, Nolan's movies was better written. Like as far as telling the story, like the problem was not the way that the story was told. It was the way that the story was rolled, nigga. That's it.
Okay.
But go
All
ahead, go
right.
ahead,
All right. All right.
go
I
ahead.
got a couple more points and I'm done. Um her relation to the the Falcone thing, eh, eh, it was cool, but like I said, I still wanted to see her steal. Um, this Alfred was the worst Alfred, and when I think about it, all the other Alfreds were better. Like even the fucking Snyder Alfred was better, right? I liked him better. He was witty, he was funny, he was cool.
Yeah.
The the one from Batman and Robin, Michael Keaton, he was cool. He was better.
I actually
It
like
was the
that
best
Alfred a
Alfred
lot.
ever. It was
He
the
Yeah.
was
best
yo,
Alfred.
He was the best
That
Batman.
no
Alfred, the
no
Michael. Hold on,
cap,
let me say this,
no
just in
cap. He
case people
was.
didn't know. That Michael Keaton Alfred was so fucking good that they rewrit Alfred in the
Yeah, he
comics
had to
and
come.
in
Mhm.
the
Oh,
cartoon to be that guy. They
Mhm.
made
didn't he
Alfred
get
go on a
casted
fucking
in?
break. Yeah, they
Didn't
made
that
him go
same
on a
one?
vacation.
But didn't that same Alfred get casted in later
Yeah,
Batman's,
the
or was
animated
it the?
Yeah,
series.
they no
Yeah, yeah.
in you talking about in Val Kilmer's Batman.
Yes, I know they
Yeah.
Yes,
changed
yes,
him
yes.
in the other one, but
Yeah, I think
he
they
just
kept
was.
him for like all those movies or something.
See, this is what
He
Yes,
I'm
was
they
saying.
good.
did.
It
Yes.
was amazing. He was amazing. All right. So
Yeah.
there goes with Alfred. All right. Um, the squirrel suit. The only
Yeah, the
forgivable thing
squirrel
about
suit.
the squirrel suit is that it's in year two. That's the only thing I can say about that squirrel suit because I was a little like I'm be honest, I laughed when I saw that shit. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is
Yeah,
this?
that
Batman
bitch
in his krill
motherfucking
suit, and then this nigga fell. He fell like
nigga,
yeah,
no, fuck
yo.
that. When he fell, what happened to the glider?
Oh,
The shit, he hit the
it
ground and it just
lost.
magically,
Yeah, it
and
lost.
it magically disappeared. The nigga had shit in between his leg and all of that. Everything just disappeared. You're Batman? Now Batman has threw away his cape many times, but you
All
could
right, but
throw away your cape.
look,
All right, go ahead,
look. So
go
Drew
ahead.
did say there's a lot of things you can pick at it. So that was one. I think we already mentioned like three or four. I was like, wait, what happened? There's a plot hole here, right? To the mask thing with the police officers, to that, and I think something else Mickey said. Um, but remember, okay. I don't know if anybody liked this scene, but remember when he ran down the building when he like attached that thing and then like fucking I don't know
He didn't
like
even have to do that. He could have did what
that.
Catwoman did. He could have just slid down the fucking pole. But go ahead, man.
I thought it was
Go ahead,
cool,
man.
but it's part of the rawness of year two. So it is what it is. The last thing I'll say was the something in the way for me. The song, the theme was about the lie.
Hmm.
Was about the lie that no matter what it is that is going on in the world, or no matter how good things are or how you try them, even about the ending, there's something like it's never gonna be right, right? Just like what Catwoman said to him, like, yo, she said something to him that I like that happened early. I don't know if anybody ever gave him this out, but she was like, yo, you're gonna die, bro. And we saw a moment in the movie. This nigga is a regular dude, the skinny old Batman, whatever. I don't know if that was purposely casted or whatever, but this weak little Batman, psycho Batman, is gonna die. He gonna need some help. He gonna need some help. So I like that part. Uh, but yeah, it's not to me. It's probably the best, but I can't say it's the best. Even though I did watch it 8 times, I did watch it 8 times. I
I
Oh
think
my
it's the best
gosh.
crafted. That's what I think. I think it's the best crafted,
to,
but it doesn't have to
yeah.
be
No,
your
nigga,
favorite.
it's the most recent. It's the most recent. That's
I've
what
seen the
it
movie
is,
three
man.
times, man. There's something to
Can
it.
somebody name can somebody name a Batman movie where he's perched on top of a building like Batman, looking down on the city
In the Snyder ones, in the Snyder one, he
in the
did that.
Snyder cut? That's
In the
right.
Nolan,
Yeah.
That's
in
the
the
best
Nolan.
fucking Batman. Okay? I couldn't think of Ben Affleck's name when I was losing my shit, and I was like the other Batman when he fought Superman. I was like the old nigga. Then I couldn't think of his name. Yes, nigga. That's the best Batman. That is the most visually correct. Like this is the problem, right? This is the problem with this is why people this is my
Okay,
shit.
I agree.
People
I agree.
people not
I agree.
people
It's
knocked and
definitely a
hated on the Green
justification.
Lantern movie, didn't know shit about the Green Lantern lore. Now, and I'm not
Drew
even
knows
talking
how I
about
feel
like I
about
know
Mm,
Batfleck.
you know what, Ian? Remember when we had this conversation and you said, "Yo, I found out all this shit about the Green Lantern, and that movie was like so accurate and correct, and
It's
that movie was
amazing.
good."
It's
And I
amazing.
didn't even. And what did I tell niggas when I said when that movie came out? I was like, "That's one of the best movies. It's comic book accurate. It's still within the realms of real life. It's just they CGI. People knocked the movie because the CGI
yeah,
wasn't right,
CGI was
right?
bad.
But but
You think
but
so?
nigga, the suit was wrong. The suit was off. That's it. The
I
suit
seen
looked
I
weird.
seen worse CGI in more recent
I
movies.
seen worse CGI too, called Incredible Hulk, but nobody said nothing about that. It was just the Hulk smashing, so everybody loved that movie. Like
Which
nigga,
one you
I'm
talking
just being
about?
the first
Right.
one.
The one that's
When the
Hulk.
first Hulk
Me.
movie came out, that movie was so fucking big, bro. It was like the
Nah, nobody
No,
liked
no,
that one. Nobody liked
no.
yes,
that
Wait
they
one.
up.
did, nigga,
I thought the
niggas
wait.
even,
No,
bro.
Look, there's two
Ian,
Hulk
Banya,
Ian,
movies.
Matt.
you got early
Banya,
two,
Banner.
yeah, early
Banya,
two,
Banya.
early
Oh yeah, you're right.
2000s, niggas even liked Godzilla 2000s. Niggas loved those movies,
Wait,
bro.
Godzilla 2000. Which one is
Yeah,
that?
when P, that's the one where P Diddy made that song. Come with me, nigga.
Oh, I mean
Nigga, I'm.
the '90s one.
With Matthew Broderick? I like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
movie.
it's a good movie. Yeah, we
Oh
like that
my
movie.
god,
We like that
Godzilla
movie.
2000. You like that movie?
Yeah.
Yo, fuck out
Yeah.
of
It's a
here.
fun movie.
What
Word.
are you
Come with
doing to
me.
me? What are you doing
Word.
to me?
That movie is
Yo,
awesome. Yo.
no, was it?
No, but like for
No, it's
hardcore
not a good
Godzilla
Godzilla
Yo.
fans,
movie.
yeah, it's a
You
bad movie
like
for hardcore Godzilla
Waterworld.
fans. That's true.
They,
Whoa,
they,
whoa, whoa!
Okay. All
Waterworld's a
Nigga,
right.
good
I'm
movie.
saying,
No.
nigga, what?
All
What?
right. For hardcore
Alright,
Godzilla fans, there's no greater Godzilla than Shin Godzilla. I don't know if anybody saw that shit.
Ah, no, I didn't catch
If
that
you,
nigga,
one.
Mecha
you,
Godzilla, nigga.
but that's old school, of course. That's like in
Well,
a
I
time
mean,
when it was.
but yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. I
I'm
know.
talking about
I'm just
like you
saying it.
know
Like current, right? All right. So, and
from
that's what I was getting
from
at. That was my
2000
point when I
on.
started. That was my point when I started, right? Because this is the most recent movie. This is why people are saying this. Before this movie, it was about the whispery Batman being the best Batman movies, even though he never got an award, nigga. But the Joker did. He never got an award, but Bane did, and he was nominated for all these other things. Everybody else in the movies got best supporting this, best this and that. But the person who actually movie is based around didn't get shit. That doesn't make
Nobody never
sense,
does.
nigga.
Nobody gets that. Like Downey don't get shit for Iron Man, right? And he is
Well,
the
but
reason for the
Iron Man's
franchise.
look. I'm gonna keep it real. Iron Man is one of my favorite hero movies, but Iron Man is not a critically acclaimed top film, my nigga. For Batman to be
Right.
winning the awards that it won, that's what I'm saying. Like
But
Heath Ledger was post mortem like
you can say that shit
killing the
about all
acting
Marvel
game.
I
movies.
feel you.
You can say that about
You
all
Uh,
feel
Marvel movies.
well,
So
well,
Endgame, you know,
mm.
Avengers, the Endgame and the one before
who
the
would you
Civil.
give? Oh, okay. Even if you say that, but who would you give? Who would you give an Academy Award to in Endgame? Who? Which actor?
Thanos.
And Endgame, Thanos,
Mm-hmm.
and
Thanos?
that's well, I was gonna say that Thanos
The CGI
or
character?
Yes.
he's not he
That's true. That's
but
also
he's
true. Good
played
point. Yeah.
he's CGI, but again, it goes back to what I said about the games. If you're these characters are they're being digitally remade, right? But there's an actor voice acting that and making it believable. It's making you feel these things. You can feel, oh, nigga, Thanos is so
But you all
iconic.
right.
This nigga's killing people, and
See,
even us, we could have got
okay.
snapped, and we'll be like, well, you
Let
come
me say
back to
this
me.
though. Let me say this
Go ahead, go ahead.
to your point though. There's a lot you can do with animation that you can't do with portrayal of an actual character. You're saying this right now. If there's a reason why Spider Verse is still Into the Spider Verse is still
No,
probably the
no.
best
What I'm
Spider
saying
Man.
is, it doesn't matter
Hmm.
if it's animation or an actual character. There's a movie called Avatar that has both of those things in it. Like throughout the whole film, there's blue Avatar fake people, and there's real military Earthlings, and what
Hmm.
critically acclaimed all around. The supporting cast and the
I but
main
that's
actor.
fair. But that's fair. But that movie was fair game. Like everybody was
This
fucking
movie's, by the
CGI.
way, this Batman movie's gonna get mad awards. By the way.
It should.
Exactly, and that's the
It
shit.
should, because the soundtrack was awesome.
That's what bothers me, my nigga.
Soundtrack
It
was
doesn't
awesome.
deserve it. Oh my god.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, no,
It does.
Darius. So what are the points why it doesn't deserve? Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah, I would.
deserve it, my nigga. Like when you compared to other hero movies that didn't even get a bat of the eye or a blankety blank when they had better things in it. This is what I'm saying. Like
I
the
want to
Do
movie
throw
you
was
Ragnarok to
greedy.
get an
wait, hold
Oscar.
on,
People,
hold on.
people,
Before you finish, what about Dune? How do you compare this to Dune? I don't know if anybody's seen Dune, but what about
Of
Dune?
course.
How,
the Doom movie was not that great. It's a mediocre movie too. It's a mediocre movie.
Ah, come on. It's good cinema.
It's mediocre.
I've
Nigga, yo,
heard it.
look, my nigga, if everything is just about it's to make a good movies are more than just the like believing that I don't want y'all to overstand my points, right? Yeah, I
Mm.
want to believe that Batman is real. That's why I'm saying that he's too skinny for me. But just because a movie looks good doesn't make it a good movie. Example, Transformers, nigga. But you have to have other and then there goes that was my other point too, right? the Green Lantern movie didn't look good. It was well written. Hal Jordan was the most believable superhero at that time. He played that role. Ryan Reynolds played that role so perfect, right? Hal Jordan was a jokester. He was this, he was that. Like he fit that narrative. Other things, it's multiple factors, like which I said, the way that Gotham looked. Other things the scene, the casting, all these things make good movies, my nigga. If three things are wrong with the movie, if three things are wrong with the movie, right? And then one of the main things people are saying that's wrong with the movie, especially except for Drew and this party, is the casting. Then how can it get awards, bro? That doesn't make sense. Cause you got to think about movies where people didn't have to be recasted, like Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man Tells No Tales was one of the best movies ever made. And I don't like pirates.
Wait, Dead Man Tells No. Wait, hold on. What?
Yeah, what we talking? Dead Man Chest or Dead Man Tell No Tales?
You better
Which one?
say Dead Man Chest. Dead Man Chest.
You know which one I'm talking about.
I love Dead Man's Chest. Dead Man's Chest is fucking awesome.
You know, I don't know.
It was Davy Jones, because that was
right. Davy Jones.
That's when the shit broke the mold. People was like, that's a real CGI character.
And that's what I'm saying. And then think about that too. Jack Sparrow's not CGI, but that Davy Jones was CGI, and it was believable. He made the movie. He made the movie. He made the stuff. He made everybody go, okay, I like this. I like these movies. Yeah. And then Johnny Depp, he played that role so perfect that we believe that he wasn't Edward Scissorhands anymore, or whatever other role that he was infamously famous for. He then became a new character. It's no different than 8 Mile. Why does everybody love 8 Mile? It's not because Eminem is in it. It's because everybody. This is why I call nigga. Papa Doc is one of the main reasons why that movie is even popping. Now the other niggas in Free World, we can forget about them. Let's be for real, nigga. Even Mekhi Phifer. Mekhi Phifer he played such a good role in that movie. He was the sub actor. No, I'm not capping, nigga. Yo, what other movie?
Nigga, that movie would not be the movie it is 8 Mile if not you had motherfucking Eminem.
But
B-Rabbit?
But Eminem played Eminem. It wasn't like a biopic, even though it was about his life, right? Similar to what he went through. It wasn't necessarily his life story. It was
Papa Doc was in that movie for 5 minutes, nigga.
You mean the Falcon? The Falcon?
Papa Doc is the key element to the movie,
5
my nigga.
minutes, but
no, it's not. No, it's not. No.
Hold on.
It's not. No. If 8 Mile was only just about the freestyle scenes, the niggas wouldn't. The movie wouldn't be great. It would just be a rap battle movie. This is why You Got Served. Look, this is why You Got Served was not a good movie.
I love You Got Served. Get out of here.
Hold on, nigga.
What?
The best parts of You Got Served was the dance battles.
Yes.
The acting was shit.
All right, that's fair.
This is why the movie sucked. This is really why the movie sucked. You watched that movie to see the dance battle. You was not like, oh yeah, you know, Marcus Houston. Even when they were sitting there arguing with each other, yo, you stay away from my sister. Oh, you wrong for that, Dave. You wrong for that. Like, that shit was just, it was kind of like, let's get to the next dance battle. But then you got movies like Save the Last Dance, or not Save the Last Dance, the other, the shit with the Magic Mike dancing nigga. What's that shit? What's the shit?
Oh, Step Up?
The dancing, Step Up. Step Up is a dance battle movie, right? That's a good movie still, though, even with the dance battles.
I've never seen the movie.
It's a good movie. Like, you enjoy the story, even the love part. You enjoy that. It's like, even as a dude, you like, yeah, this is a good little joint. I ain't even gonna front. Now, Step Up 2 is a whole different subject. But I'm just saying, like, when you can make You can make a movie about something, but the movie has to like there's different running points. Like I said, 8 Mile, the girlfriend in 8 Mile was believable. Eminem's main enemy in 8 Mile was Papa Doc. Nigga, Papa Doc led them niggas in. If it wasn't for Papa Doc, nobody would have been fucking his girl in the radio station. Like, this is what I'm saying. Everybody played their role in that movie, which made it believable, which made you like it more.